Hi, my name's Ken Williamson with Newmar Corporation, and I have the privilege of showing you the 2015 Essex. Brand new for this year, we're going to have the optional Freightliner or Spartan chassis. It's going to be standard with a 600 horsepower on either one of those chassis. The Essex went to full disc brakes, went to the passive steer tag axle, just like the King Air. And what that means is when you're pulling forward and making that sharp turn, that rear axle is either going to turn, depending on which chassis, either 10 or 12 degrees, and then once you straighten out, it'll straighten out. It is a passive steer, which means when you're backing up, it doesn't assist you, it stays straight. So one of the neat features we did was increase the storage capacities also. So your storage for your your gray and your black tanks, you're going to go to 80 gallons of gray and 60 gallons of black. New for this year, you're going to see a full hinge entry door. So it eliminates the need for any pistons or air seals all the way around it. It makes it a much more solid door, and you're not going to have the ability, there's no adjustments or anything necessary, so it's going to give you a very solid feel throughout the coach. You're going to have the 20,000-pound front axle. You're going to have the 365 tires. Comfort drive, again, is standard on all our diesel products, but it's going to give you a great feel and drive going down the road. If you haven't had the pleasure of driving Comfort Drive, I strongly recommend it. It really will separate itself from anything else in the industry. This particular floor plan is a 4553, which is going to be a full wall slide bath and a half. The full wall slide is going to be on the passenger side of the coach. Okay, as we step back, one of the great features we did this year is we raised the height of your basements. You're going to go to a full 33-inch opening for your luggage compartment doors, which is about 1.5 inches taller than last year, and it's going to be 4 to 5 inches taller than most everyone else in the industry. This has an optional slide tray, either manual or power, but you can do that. This particular one did not. Before I go any further, I'll show you the optional exterior entertainment center. On this floor plan, you can do one in the compartment below or one into the sidewall. All of them are going to have a 40-inch Sony TV. They're all going to be on the pivot and the pull-out, so you can pull that out, slide it around, turn it, so it's really easy to use. Standard on the Essex is going to be a Girard package all the way around. It's going to have the Nova awnings, so you're going to have the awnings that come out and kind of angle down in the front. So even if the sun's out, it'll give you a lot of protection from this, and then with the door right straight above it, even if the sun's out right at it, you're going to get a lot of protection, still be able to see the TV. With the Girard package all the way around standard, you're going to have Girard slide toppers and window awnings, which we feel is the best in the industry. And also on your slide toppers, you're going to have a nice steep angle with brushes on the top to help keep it clean. But new for this year, we went from just Sony speakers out here to a JBL soundbar. Tremendous sounding system. Also going to give you the ability to stream any music from your phone, your iPads. As we continue to walk back, it's going to be a fully heated and insulated basement. You're going to have over 1 inch of insulation in the bottom. You can see the amount of storage it'll hold. This particular one came back from the dealer meeting, so it's got all the brochures, everything in there. One of the real unique features we did is this has got a central vacuum system, and everything has the central vacuum system. This year, what we've included a port in the basement. So, I mean, it was great to clean out the inside of the coach, but now you have a port in the basement, so it makes it really simple to keep the basement of the coach clean also. As we step back further, we're going to talk about our slides. Newmar was the first manufacturer ever to offer slide out in a motorhome. We actually put in a fifth wheel in 1989, introduced it to the RV industry in 1991, and have continually tried to improve and modify it to make it a better, easier system for our customers. So when that slide comes in, it'll push this arm open, and it'll lock that top in so that the slide's not moving, creaking, rattling, going down the road. It's convenient and comfortable and user-friendly for the customer. As we step back through, one of the things I wanted to talk about was the paint on our Mountain Air, Essex, and King Air product, and also the new London Air product. We're going to do a full cut and buff. Each line is razor cleaned, and then with this, you're going to get 3 to 4 coats of clear coat, and then we'll cut and buff it, which gives it that real deep, rich look. So it's almost like a mirror. You can sit in here and see, I can see your reflections, I can see everything inside. It just gives it a real high-end, high-line look. But as we walk through, we've got a 20,000-pound drive axle and a 14,000-pound tag axle. So you've got a 54,000-pound chassis and then a 15,000-pound tow hitch on the Essex. So you've got great storage, great towing capability, and with the 600 horsepower this year, it's going to go anywhere you want, as fast as slow you want to. As we step back through, we've got our 13-gallon DEF tank. And then you've got your storage compartment back here for your batteries, and then your chassis shut-off. The back end didn't really change a whole lot, except it became taller. This particular one's got the remote backup camera in it. So on the dash, you're going to have a pad that you can move that camera up, down, right, and left. You have a center button, so it'll come right back to center. And you can actually bring that down and almost see the hitch itself. So when you're hooking your tow vehicle up, if you're by yourself, really easy, convenient to use when you're doing that part of it. So we're going to step around to the driver's side of the coach. This is going to be a full wall slide. It's going to be almost 29 feet. It's going to have 2 motors with 4 arms. Underneath the first compartment here, you're going to have your water bay. We want to make it as user-friendly as possible. It is a fully insulated compartment, over 1 inch thick of insulation underneath it, and with the heat duct in there, it's going to make sure you don't have any problems in the cold weather. So as we step forward, your next compartment is going to be your power cord reel. Again, very different than most manufacturers. You're going to have a 50-foot power cord. You're also going to have a generator start switch in this area. Really happy working with the Miller family because they are motorhome owners. So they come back, but ideas like this, if I go to unplug the coach, I lose all power inside the coach. So what I can do is start that generator, not have to worry about losing any power inside the coach. Our next compartment forward is going to be our Oasis heat system. This is the hydronic heat system. Benefits of that is a very dry, comfortable heat. It also is one of the cleanest burning systems in the industry, so you're not going to get that diesel smell while it's running. It has 2 110 heat elements. One of the unique things we did this year is for the last couple years, on the full wall slides, we ran the exhaust out underneath the other side, because by code I couldn't run the exhaust underneath the slide out. So this year what we've done, work with the manufacturer and work with coding, and we've run it out of the front of the coach, so you don't have that exhaust coming out on the passenger side of the coach. Next compartment is going to be, this particular coach is an all-electric coach, so we have the 8 gel cell batteries. They're on a slide tray with locking pistons, so it can't slide out coming out. We're going to step forward to the front of the full wall slide, and you're going to have this is where your dual exhaust comes out. You're going to have your hydronic heat and your generator exhaust. This is going to be your outside service bay, your fuses, control panels. The Essex is going to have a 12.5 Onan quiet diesel generator. So this is where that hydraulic slide out would come out. And as we step around to the front of the coach, I think one of the things you'll notice is that whole front lower cap slides out. And just like the King Air, one of the unique things we do is we try to hide the windshield wipers. So we just try to clean it up, make it look like a fantastic driving, very high-end coach. We'll step inside and take a look at the inside of the coach. A couple of things we step in, you're going to see a brand new wood available this year. This is the Manhattan Maple with a high gloss. Beautiful cabinetry throughout the coach. This is a Twilight interior. This has got the optional 40-inch overhead TV and also the optional passenger side navigation system. So what this is a slave to the dash navigation system, so the passenger can just see what's going on. The driver can keep his eye on the road, and they can just share some of that information if they have to. You've got the dash radio with the navigation system, the Rand McNally, which is a great navigation system. But one of the things we did is upgraded the dash radio sound system. One of the other things we did is you've got a Silverleaf system that controls all your products inside the coach, your heating, air conditioning, tanks, all that good stuff. We've tied that into the dash system, so now you have a Silverleaf control on the dash, so I can switch this back and forth, and I can go from my house or my chassis, and I can see all that when I'm driving down the road. I can see what my batteries are, what my tanks are, just to try to make it easier for the customer to use. By doing that also is to offer the Sony Z Pad. So all my Silverleaf controls, my shades and my lights, I now can control off that Sony Z Pad. It also has the ability, if you choose to, you can tie this into a phone system. I can turn the heat on, I can lower the air conditioners, I can check anything I want throughout the coach just off one of my phones. Just like we always have, you're going to have the Silverleaf panel in the front overhead. Everything's going to be very functional, very easy to use. This is going to have the Villa furniture throughout, the Essex as we always had. The desk that pulls up, flips down. You can fold that back up when it's turned around. We included the driver's side power footrest. Again, so part of this living area, you now have added 2 more seats, very, very comfortable. One of the things we added this year with feedback from our customers and our dealers, they asked for more drink holders. So we really tried to, throughout the coach, anywhere we could put places to put cup holders or drink holders. Up front, you're going to see a double drink holder for the driver's seat. The Essex, one of the highlights on the Essex is you both have air and hydraulic leveling. Both your pads going to be right on the left here. Again, this is a 4553 Essex. I think you're going to notice the flooring. It's just absolutely gorgeous. It's what we call a herringbone pattern. We've also added on the Essex and King Air this beautiful rug instead of in the living area. So as you're standing at the kitchen, either cooking or using the sink, it's very comfortable, but it really adds a nice touch to how beautiful the coach is. This particular floor plan has the 46-inch televator TV, so that pops up behind the sofa. And then if you didn't want there, if you're entertaining, you've got the optional front overhead, and you can bring that down, put it out of the way, and you still get that light out of that great big window over there. This particular coach, what we've done is they've had the option for the overhead cabinets above the dinette and the sofa, so it gives you a lot more storage in that area. As we step back into the galley area, new for this year, we've gone to what they call the touchless faucets. A lot of the coaches you're going to see now, we're going to have the induction cooktops. This is an all-electric coach. This floor plan offers a nice appliance garage to hold all your stuff, plus all your silverware drawer. Again, just trying to use as much functional storage as we can. This particular coach has what we call the U dinette. The table does pull out and extends out, and there's a 12-inch leaf that goes with that. We also have what's called an extended dinette, very similar to this, and the boots would actually pull out about another 20 inches. The table pulls out and has two 10-inch leaves, and it just becomes a really comfortable if you have kids or you want to entertain more than 2 or 3 people. We've got a huge Whirlpool refrigerator, which is a French door, pull-out freezer on the bottom. And all the floor plans, we're going to have great big pantries. You've got your mid-coach bath. One of the neat things about this is you've got this, what I call an inner pivoting door. So when the slides are in, full wall slides, it will make your room fairly narrow going down the road. But what this does, it'll pivot all the way open even when you're going down the road. So it's very easy to get inside and outside the coach. I think you're going to notice the amount of storage. Standard king bed with storage underneath the bed. You got your 40-inch standard bedroom TV. You're going to have your USB plugs with 110. And again, we went to the Bose Solo sound system back here, so you can stream music off your phones or your iPhones, iPads. Just like up front, you've got your Silverleaf panel up here. And kind of one of the things we talked about is you can do your heating, your air conditioning, your floor heat, check your tanks, do everything. And then when we tied that Silverleaf system in here, one of the things we did, I can go to keypad. I can now do all my lights throughout the coach. I can do my shades in the front and the back of the coach. I can go back to what's called the home. I can go to my cameras, so I can check the 3 cameras I've got on the exterior of the coach. So if I hear a noise, I can just scroll through those. If you don't do anything, it'll scroll for a couple minutes. But I just hold it for a second, it'll go back to the main pad. With this floor plan, it puts the washer dryer in the back of the coach. One of the really unique features of the Essex and the King Air, I believe we're the only manufacturer we actually do 220-watt dryers. So it's a very residential dryer. But again, with this floor plan, you have a huge linen cabinet, tremendous amount of storage in the back, adjustable shelves, can be removed if you want to carry your hanging clothes all the way over. You have your shoe rack in the back. And one of the new features we did this year, brand new looking shower, and you've got the body sprays in here, which you can turn on and off or just use the regular shower head. Again, we're just trying to make the coach as user-friendly, as customer-friendly, and residential as possible. If you want to find a dealer or where you can see it or need any more information, please give us a call or check us out at www.newmarcorp.com. Thank you very much.